Behind closed doors in Newport Beach, a discovery waited that would reveal the true depth of Kobe Bryant's legendary obsession with greatness. When family members and estate representatives entered the basketball icon's private garage months after that tragic January morning in 2020, they uncovered something that left even those closest to him speechless. This wasn't just any storage space. It was a monument to relentless dedication that embodied everything the Black Mamba represented. What they found inside challenged every assumption about how far one man would go in pursuit of perfection, revealing training methods and preparation rituals that went beyond anything the public had ever imagined. The contents of that garage painted a picture of an athlete whose commitment to excellence transcended normal human limitations, showing why Kobe Bryant became not just a basketball player, but a global symbol of what's possible when talent meets unbreakable will. The estate settlement process following Kobe Bryant's death on January 26, 2020, involved extensive documentation and cataloging of his properties and personal belongings. His Newport Beach home, purchased in 2015 for $5.8 million, served as the primary residence for Kobe, Vanessa, and their 4 daughters. The property spans over 2,400 square feet and includes multiple bedrooms, bathrooms, and what would become the most talked-about feature: a converted garage that Kobe had transformed into something extraordinary. Real estate records show that Kobe invested significantly in customizing the property to meet his specific needs and lifestyle requirements. The garage conversion project began in 2016, shortly after his retirement from professional basketball, suggesting that this space was intended to serve his post-NBA pursuits and personal development goals. Building permits filed with Orange County show extensive electrical and structural modifications that went far beyond typical garage renovations. Questions arise about what motivated Kobe to invest so heavily in creating this specialized space, and what activities he planned to pursue there during his retirement years. The scope of the renovations suggests this wasn't a casual hobby space, but rather a carefully planned facility designed to support serious training and development work. The discovery process revealed the true extent of Kobe's preparation methods and training philosophy that had driven his success throughout his 20-year NBA career. Inside the garage, estate representatives found a complete basketball training facility that rivaled professional team practice facilities in terms of equipment quality and technological sophistication. The space included a regulation basketball hoop with professional-grade flooring, allowing Kobe to maintain his shooting practice and fundamental skills even after retirement. Advanced video analysis equipment lined the walls, including multiple cameras positioned at different angles to capture shooting mechanics, footwork, and movement patterns. This setup allowed Kobe to analyze his form in minute detail, continuing the obsessive attention to technical perfection that had defined his playing career. Sports analysts wonder whether this level of detailed self-analysis might have been intended for coaching development or personal skill maintenance. The technology found in the garage represented cutting-edge sports science applications that most professional teams hadn't yet adopted. Heart rate monitoring systems, motion capture equipment, and computerized shooting aids demonstrated Kobe's commitment to staying ahead of technological developments in athletic training and performance analysis. Strength training equipment filled another section of the garage, featuring specialized machines and weights designed for basketball-specific conditioning. The equipment selection revealed Kobe's deep understanding of biomechanics and functional training principles that he had developed through decades of working with elite trainers and sports scientists. Each piece of equipment served specific purposes related to basketball performance enhancement rather than general fitness. One has to wonder if this private training facility was intended for Kobe's own continued development, or whether he planned to use it for training young players and sharing his knowledge with the next generation of athletes. The comprehensive nature of the setup suggests capabilities that exceeded personal use and could have supported coaching or mentoring activities. The most shocking discovery was a collection of handwritten notebooks that documented Kobe's training philosophies, game analysis, and personal development strategies in extraordinary detail. These notebooks, numbering in the dozens, contained thousands of pages of observations, techniques, and mental approaches that Kobe had developed throughout his career. The meticulous documentation revealed a level of analytical thinking and systematic approach to improvement that went far beyond what any teammate or coach had previously witnessed. Each notebook was organized by specific topics: shooting techniques, defensive strategies, mental preparation methods, and leadership approaches. The level of detail included diagrams, statistical analysis, and psychological insights that demonstrated Kobe's intellectual approach to basketball mastery. Sports psychologists note that this type of comprehensive documentation is extremely rare among professional athletes and reveals the methodical thinking that contributed to his success. The notebooks also contain detailed scouting reports on opponents from throughout his career, including analysis of their tendencies, weaknesses, and strategic approaches. This information went far beyond typical game preparation and showed how Kobe studied every aspect of competition to gain advantages that others might miss. The depth of these analyses reveals why opponents consistently described him as one of the most prepared players they had ever faced. Personal development content within the notebooks included language learning notes, business strategy ideas, and coaching philosophy development that showed Kobe's interests extending far beyond basketball. The implications could suggest that he was preparing for a post-playing career that would involve multiple pursuits and continued learning across various disciplines. Video archives discovered in the garage contained thousands of hours of game footage, training sessions, and instructional content that Kobe had collected and organized over his entire career. The collection included not only his own performances, but also footage of legendary players from basketball history, international players, and competitors from other sports who had achieved exceptional levels of success. The organization system for this video library demonstrated the same attention to detail that characterized everything else in the garage. Footage was categorized by specific skills, situations, and learning objectives, creating a comprehensive database of basketball knowledge that could serve as teaching material for coaches and players. The scope of this collection suggests that Kobe had been building a resource that could benefit the basketball community long after his playing career ended. International basketball footage from European and Olympic competitions showed Kobe's commitment to understanding global approaches to the game and learning from different basketball cultures. This collection revealed his appreciation for diverse playing styles and strategic approaches that had influenced his own development and playing philosophy. The legal documentation process following Kobe's death revealed that the garage contents were considered among his most valuable personal possessions, not for their monetary worth, but for their intellectual and cultural significance. Estate appraisers struggled to assign value to the training methods, analysis techniques, and knowledge compilation that represented decades of accumulated basketball wisdom. Vanessa Bryant and the estate representatives faced difficult decisions about how to preserve and potentially share this basketball knowledge with the broader community while respecting Kobe's privacy and family considerations. The materials represented not just personal memorabilia, but a comprehensive basketball education system that could benefit coaches, players, and fans worldwide. Questions arise about whether Kobe had specific plans for sharing this knowledge, or whether the collection was intended primarily for his own continued development and potential coaching career. The systematic organization and comprehensive nature of the materials suggests they were prepared for broader application beyond personal use. The garage also contained extensive film study equipment that Kobe used to analyze game footage in ways that most professional teams hadn't yet adopted. Multiple screens, editing software, and analysis tools allowed him to break down plays, study opponent tendencies, and develop counter strategies with unprecedented detail and precision. This setup demonstrated how Kobe approached basketball as both an art and a science, using technology to gain insights that purely intuitive players might miss. The sophistication of this analysis system exceeded what many professional teams provided their players, showing how Kobe invested his own resources to gain competitive advantages through preparation and study. The equipment found in the garage could have supported a small coaching staff or analytics department, yet Kobe operated it primarily by himself, as part of his personal preparation routine. Sports technology experts who learned about the garage setup noted that Kobe was implementing analytical methods that wouldn't become standard in professional basketball for several more years. His early adoption of advanced analytics and video study techniques helped explain his ability to maintain elite performance levels throughout his career and adapt his game as he aged. The discovery of language learning materials in multiple languages revealed another dimension of Kobe's intellectual curiosity and global perspective. Materials for Spanish, Italian, and Mandarin study showed his commitment to communicating with teammates, opponents, and fans from different cultural backgrounds. This linguistic development supported his role as a global ambassador for basketball and demonstrated his respect for international basketball communities. The language study materials were organized with the same systematic approach that characterized his basketball training, including vocabulary lists, conversation practice recordings, and cultural context notes that would help him communicate more effectively in international settings. This attention to detail in language learning reflected the same perfectionist approach he applied to basketball skills development. Cultural artifacts and basketball memorabilia from international competitions showed Kobe's appreciation for the global nature of basketball and his relationships with players and coaches from around the world. These items represented not just personal collections but educational resources that demonstrated different approaches to the game and varying cultural perspectives on competition and teamwork. The garage contained an extensive library of books on leadership, psychology, history, and business that revealed the intellectual foundation underlying Kobe's approach to basketball and life. The collection included works by renowned coaches, business leaders, military strategists, and philosophers, showing how he drew lessons from diverse fields to enhance his basketball performance and personal development. Annotations and notes throughout these books demonstrated how Kobe connected concepts from different disciplines to basketball situations and leadership challenges. The depth of his reading and analysis revealed an intellectual approach to improvement that complemented his physical training and technical skill development. This combination of mental and physical preparation helped explain his ability to perform at elite levels under pressure. The book collection also included numerous works on parenting, education, and child development, reflecting his commitment to being an effective father and his interest in youth development through basketball. These materials showed how Kobe was preparing for his role as a parent and mentor, applying the same analytical approach to family responsibilities that he used in basketball. Business planning documents found in the garage revealed Kobe's post-retirement entrepreneurial ambitions and his systematic approach to building companies and investment strategies. The materials included detailed analysis of various industries, potential business partnerships, and strategic plans that demonstrated his intention to apply basketball lessons to business success. The organization and detail of these business materials showed that Kobe approached entrepreneurship with the same methodical preparation that characterized his basketball career. Market analysis, competitive research, and strategic planning documents revealed his commitment to achieving excellence in business ventures, just as he had in athletic competition. Investment research and financial planning materials demonstrated Kobe's sophisticated understanding of wealth management and his plans for ensuring long-term financial security for his family, while pursuing meaningful business ventures. The scope of these materials suggested he was preparing for a multifaceted post-basketball career that would span multiple industries and interests. The most personally revealing discovery was a collection of letters and messages that Kobe had written to his daughters, apparently intended for future delivery on important occasions in their lives. These materials provided insight into his thoughts on fatherhood, education, and the values he hoped to instill in his children as they grew up. The letters covered topics ranging from athletic competition and academic achievement to personal relationships and career development, showing how Kobe planned to continue guiding his daughters even as they became independent adults. The thoughtfulness and detail of these messages revealed the depth of his commitment to parenting and his desire to share life lessons based on his experiences. Personal development materials found alongside these letters included educational resources that Kobe was preparing to share with his daughters, covering topics like financial literacy, leadership development, and cultural awareness. These materials showed his intention to provide comprehensive life education that would prepare them for success in whatever fields they chose to pursue. Community partnership documents revealed his plans to work with schools, nonprofit organizations, and local governments to create sustainable programs that would continue operating long after his direct involvement ended. These materials showed his strategic thinking about creating lasting positive impact, rather than temporary charitable gestures. Coaching development materials found in the garage suggested that Kobe was seriously considering a future career in basketball coaching or training. The materials included detailed analysis of different coaching philosophies, practice planning methods, and player development strategies that would have prepared him for leadership roles in professional or youth basketball. The coaching materials demonstrated Kobe's understanding that effective coaching requires different skills than playing, including communication, psychology, and organizational abilities that complement basketball knowledge. His systematic approach to learning these skills showed the same dedication to mastery that had characterized his playing career. Player development frameworks documented in these materials revealed Kobe's ideas about how to identify, nurture, and develop basketball talent in young athletes. These approaches emphasized mental preparation, technical skill development, and character building as interconnected elements of athletic success. The most significant aspect of the garage discovery was not any single item, but rather the comprehensive picture it painted of Kobe Bryant as a person who approached every aspect of life with the same intensity, preparation, and attention to detail that made him successful in basketball. The systematic organization, thorough documentation, and forward-thinking planning revealed someone who was preparing for a post-basketball life that would be just as meaningful and impactful as his playing career. The contents of that garage represented more than personal belongings or even valuable memorabilia. They constituted a blueprint for excellence that could inspire and educate people in various fields long after Kobe's death. The discovery revealed that his true legacy wasn't just his basketball achievements, but his approach to continuous improvement, systematic preparation, and relentless pursuit of mastery in everything he undertook. Questions remain about how much of this material will eventually be shared with the public through museums, educational institutions, or digital archives that could make Kobe's knowledge and methods available to future generations of athletes, coaches, and anyone seeking to achieve excellence in their chosen fields. The garage contents represent a treasure trove of practical wisdom that could benefit countless people who share Kobe's commitment to greatness. If you're as amazed by the depth of Kobe's dedication as we are, go ahead and like this video. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What surprised you most about what was found in his garage? Do you think this level of preparation is what separates legends from great players? We want to hear your perspective on what it really takes to achieve greatness. Then, hit subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss our coverage of sports legends and the secrets behind their success. Thanks for watching.